Y'all, a freaking 9-day-old, not year, 9-day-old, and another toddler sister were recently left home alone. This was so this so-called mom pictured here could go get drunk at a bar. But her karma definitely caught up with her for this. So 30-year-old Sandra Henriquez reportedly left her home at around 12:30 a.m. and drove to a bar called Big Shots Pub, and this was in Muncie, Indiana. The neglected babies were not rescued until 14 hours later. It was said the only reason the babies were even rescued is because neighbors called police saying that they heard children screaming and crying. And this was at 2:22 p.m. after they were left at 12:30 a.m. Reportedly, Sandra had already downed a whole 6-pack of 16-ounce Budweiser cans before she even left the children alone at home to go party. It was said that after that bar closed, she tried to drive home, but she ran into a utility pole. And this was at around 5:30 a.m. on Wednesday. That was where she was luckily caught and arrested by police, but it doesn't end there. She reportedly would not answer when police asked her if she had any children, but she had a baby car seat in her vehicle. Authorities ended up hauling her away from the wreck to the Delaware County Jail. Then it was said at around 7:30 a.m. she told jail staff she had no dependents or children. But then at around 8 a.m. she changed her mind to say, well, I do indeed have kids. But unfortunately, that baby, infant, and toddler, they were still hours away from being rescued because she would not give police her phone number or address. Shows how much she cared, right? Police finally arrived to her residence at 2:31 p.m. after those neighbors called. They had to force their way in by kicking in the door. That was after they found out Sandra was in jail and they found both babies covered in urine and feces. Both were reportedly rushed to a hospital. It was said that the older toddler sister was okay, but the 9-day-old baby had to be fed through a feeding tube because she was in such awful condition. It was said that the newborn had blue hands, blue feet, a blue mouth, and this was because of malnutrition, and the baby reportedly weighed less than what she did when she was born on March 3rd of this year. Sandra was all about posting pictures of her kids, though, on social media, birthday parties, the birth announcement, and all this, but only if people knew the type of mother she really was. It was also said that in her residence, police found open bottles and cans of alcohol, along with a small dog in a cage with no food or water. Sandra was eventually transferred to the Criminal Investigation Division, and she told jail staff there that she left her kids home alone so that she could go to the bar and drink after she had already drank all those other cans of beer. It was said she had multiple chances to tell officers and the other jail staff that her kids were home alone. They said she was even asked about if she had children, but refused to give any information. That made it way worse. She was reportedly held on a bail of $42,500, which in my opinion is still too low. She was charged with 4 counts of neglect of a dependent, including 1 causing serious bodily injury and obstruction of justice. I'm not sure why she wasn't charged with animal cruelty as well, though. This is unreal. A 9-day-old and a toddler. Why? What kind of mom would do something like this? What kind of mom would leave those babies alone? I seriously hope that these kids get taken from her and put into a home that cares, and that she does not get a slap on the wrist and get these kids back, because I guarantee you it'll happen again, because it's obvious she has better things to do than be a mother. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. For more true crime, be sure to follow, and if you're on YouTube, make sure to subscribe.